What's going on? This desk nerd coming in, chiming in right now, and I finally got a chance to sit down and really break down these white papers. I got my dictionary, I got my notes, I got my laptop, I got the white paper pulled up, I got my tutor, ChatGPT, on the side with me, and just guiding me through it. And I like to make things relatable for me. So uh, I'm a software engineer in the making. I'm currently in the mentorship, Let Field mentorship. Shout out to Phil, shout out to Minnie, shout out to Shay, and all the other mentors. But right now, I'm doing a study session and deep dive on Qubic, the blockchain. And it's the first time I got to sit down and actually make sense of what decentralized computation is. And like once again, I'm not a software engineer yet. However, I like to make things relatable. I am a UPS driver by day, superhero by night. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, I'm still a UPS driver at nighttime because we get off late. Y'all be ordering all y'all packages and all your Temu stuff and all your toilet paper. Gotta have your toilet paper in the crisis. Ain't no crisis going. Let me stop. But I play football. I actually cut grass as well. I've been cutting grass all my life. Shout out to my pops. But I like to make things relatable. I be listening to Justin Song videos. It's a guy on YouTube I've been following for a while about learning patterns and stuff. And I just like to make things very relatable when it comes to learning things. So there's a couple of points that I want to point out. What I learned so far, I'm taking a break because I got to pause. But Qubic is trying to build decentralized compute, basically. What I'm understanding is that they are trying to build a world-sized computer where people contribute computing power to each other, and one giant company they don't want no giant company controlling everything. We got Anthropic, we have Google, we have these big major companies. I'm not gonna mention any other crypto project right now because I used to like compare like Bitenza Tau and Render and Fetch AI and all these other projects to each other. Like they're competing, but in actuality, they're all trying to solve a particular use case. And Qubic's approach is very unconventional. They eventually want true AGI. And to achieve that, they have a different route that they're going by. And I've been intrigued with it for quite some time, but I never really had the chance to really sit down and dive in it, just due to just where I was in life. But for instance, there was not too long ago, AWS. I'm not sure how often it happens because I don't really be online that much. But AWS, Amazon Web Services, do be having outages. You know what I'm saying? So, like for instance, the Taco Bell app, I think uses that. Or if you're watching Amazon, you can't watch your favorite TV show because something goes out. There's some type of hack, some type of issue that goes down, and it's very shaky. It's very iffy to have all that compute power, all those services, centralized. You know, we are heading to a society that there are some benefits of having centralization, but there are also trade-offs, and the trade-offs is being, okay, well, if something goes out, your services are no longer working, and projects like Qubic is trying to solve that. So my brain functions in a delivery mode. So imagine if any delivery drivers or anybody, if you ever delivered anything, look at it like this. So packages are compute tasks. And I have examples of compute tasks that Qubic does. I'm an infrastructure guy. I actually had a post, follow me on TikTok or YouTube, X. It's Desk Nerd. I saw today they had a Nerd Desk channel. It is what it is, but Desk Nerd. But anyways, these packages are compute tasks, and these compute tasks could be coordination, communication, validation, data requests, state updates, smart contract operations, Oracle confidentials, sorry, Oracle confirmations. My handwriting is atrocious when I'm speaking. And compute events. So like, because I was looking at the ticks on the white paper, not the white paper, on the actual Qubic Explorer, and I noticed that there was no Qubic being sent. So everything is not financial. This is more of an infrastructure type of layout, and I like that. I love infrastructure. I'm from Louisiana, and it's something that we lack is infrastructure. So indeed, you know, like politically we lack infrastructure. But anyways, I don't want to get too deep on that. So so look at it like the packages are a compute task, and then the drivers are the miners, the people who mine the coin themselves or nodes, and the dispatch service, the people who tell where to do, what to do. You know, people tell what to do is the protocol, and the warehouse is the network infrastructure. This is keeping it very simple. And you know how much gas, or like, you know, UPS, we use natural gas. It works good. It doesn't, you don't get that gasoline push. You know, the natural gas trucks don't really got that oomph to them. But hey, it's better for the economy, right? It's better for society. But electricity costs, you know, how much electricity is being used, and rewards, payment for completing the jobs. That's very important. But the big question comes from, would drivers choose this route over another route, you know? So like, let's say I have a route and I deliver my own packages. Like I don't work for UPS in this scenario. I deliver my own comic book cards. Hint, you know, come on now, follow the channel. You go see the little hints, little clues of what I'm working on for the future. You know, little shameless plug. Let's shameless plug. But look at it like you have a route, you deliver what you do, or you're the milkman. You're like, hey, you know, you deliver milk, whatever you deliver, right? Qubic is in a situation where they'll tell you like, look, man, we'll help optimize your route better, and we'll reward you better while you're delivering your own stuff. Just do it with us. They're incentivizing people to use their network. It says more efficient. That's what they're doing. Now, the football thing. So Ethereum is like the quarterback. Chainlink feels like the offensive coordinator. Qubic feels like the training facility, like the experimental training facility. I don't like using this analogy because how the movie played out, but Ivan Drago, you know what I'm saying? Like, regardless how, yeah, Rocky did beat him towards the end, we know that, but when he was training, I just got this, and he was on the roids. He was on the roids, man. I'm not saying Qubic is on steroids, but that's not what I was insinuating. But they like to experiment with training. You know, Floyd Mayweather, LeBron James, these guys experiment with training and rehabilitation. And you can say what you want about these people. I'm not much of a LeBron fan. I'm not much of a Mayweather fan as far as how he presents himself. But I understand he's a brand, and also I got respect, man. These the greats. These the greats. Like, you can't debate that. And Qubic is taking a different approach of consensus and how data is distributed, and how they're trying to set up their network. Now, I haven't deep dived into other ones just yet because I want to go to the way my brain works. I like to take on the most difficult task. You know, I see other crypto projects are pretty straightforward of what they're trying to do, and it doesn't excite me. When they talked about AGI, I immediately thought about what is it called from Terminator? They got a wasp going into my patio thing. Oh, sorry. Skynet and the thing, just AI stories always intrigued me. And I'm not saying that that's what they're building. I'm not saying that, but it's just, this project calls to me for something. It brings the nerd out of me. Really, it does. Some protocols specialize in speed, some specialize in security, some specialize in coordination. Qubic seems to be trying to specialize in compute infrastructure. Very interesting. The white paper realization that I've came about is DAG and TICs, decentralized AI, AGI concerns, GPU versus CPU concerns, and bare metal infrastructure. I don't fully understand everything about DAG just yet. I was in Discord. They said look at it like a web of information instead of like blocks being formed. Just look at it like a web of information rather than single blocks at a time. I do know that the person that come from beyond is a part of this project, and they have the OG NX project and IOTA. A lot of things were. I think those things were more, I know IOTA is still around. I know NX is not here no more, but these are foundational information that they use to kind of put together what they're working on with Qubic. But I don't fully understand everything. That's being authentic. I'm not coming over here like I'm some type of guru, but clearly I've been doing some research. Just a little bit, a smidge of research. No, I've been doing a lot of research because this is a lot of information. That's why I try to make it relatable. But I think this is super important because there's a lot of things going on with AI that I just feel like it's a waste. I always feel like I hear that the AI bubble is gonna pop. It's like the housing market. These companies are overvalued. The S&P 500 has a lot of things that really are, in my opinion, especially in the Magnificent Seven, some things are overinflated in my opinion. But we'll see. It's not that AI is not gonna stay. It's definitely gonna stay. Because remember the .com bubble. I'm born in '88, so if you know, I remember Pets.com. I feel like Pets.com should be Starbucks, should be Google for pets. Like Pets.com could have been, but they had scaling issues. Toys R Us example. Toys R Us used to be all over the place. Blockbuster, Redbox. But things change. People don't scale. And this company is scaling. I went to the recent AMA. I go to the AMA as often as I can. And man, they really are well organized. They're so organized about how they present things. It's not about price. Everywhere I go, what's the tokenomics? What's the price? What's the tokenomics? What's the price? Man, what's going on under the hood? That's where my mind is, So I'm not gonna keep rambling on because I can go on and on and on about this because I'm desk nerd. We all nerds at the desk, right? But while I'm working, I like to listen to different podcasts dealing with various things. I'm building a lawn care app to go along with the lawn business that I'm working. It's a family business, but something special down the line for the lawn care app for sure. And I'm just documenting my learning process. There are some cybersecurity elements that I have to learn along the way because infrastructure is cybersecurity in itself. You can't have infrastructure without authentication, user flow, risk management, stuff like that. And I have to learn all these things. I can't avoid it. But I'm just documenting my journey. And it's not just about crypto. It's about understanding the infrastructure, the systems, the incentives, the software, the AI, the logistics, and eventually building my own things, like I just said. So, hey, I'm not gonna keep reading the white paper. I'm not gonna keep boring you, but I'm gonna keep building. I'm gonna keep growing and learning, and I want to understand everything about Qubic. And I'm definitely gonna dive in Bitenzer Tile as well, because it seems like they are becoming something that we can't ignore, but doesn't intrigue me as much. And they want to be, we're not going to talk about them in this video. It's about Qubic right now. And it's going to be about Qubic until it's here. you know, Agarth, all that stuff they're working on. The last match game, they have games that they're gonna be building on it, and they have it's pretty cool. It really is. It may not sound cool to you, but to a nerd like me, it's cool. It's Death Nerd, man, signing off. Peace.